Okay, so as a part of today demo agenda, these are the few points we are going to discuss. So, what is the meaning of Fusion applications? How they build the Fusion application based on which base application or which legacy they built. We'll be discussing those points here, and we'll talk about what does it mean by cloud computing and what are the different delivery models available if some client is going to use the Fusion applications. And we'll talk on on-premise and do cloud platform differences, and I'll take you through the few technology, functional, and do application related changes in the system, and we'll see the look and feel of sorry how the user interface in the Fusion applications. Finally, I'll take you through the course curriculum, what we are going to cover as a part of this training. So apart from this, if you have any questions, definitely we can discuss those after completing this discussion. When you are discussing these points, if you need any clarification or any doubt, please stop me and you can raise your point. That's how we'll proceed. Okay, fine. Okay, here the first point is, what does it mean by Fusion applications? Okay, so we know EBS, Oracle EBS. The EBS, all the applications are built by Oracle itself. But when you talk about Fusion applications, what Oracle it is, so if you look at any ERP, you can find certain solutions are very best, which are doing very well, which are very famous in the market. But when you talk about specific ERP, and if you are looking for specific areas of the solution, that may not be very much sound to support all your functional areas. So in that case, so you have to choose the different ERPs for a different area of the business solutions which you are running in your organization. Say for example, you need a solution, you need ERP package which will support you in the best, okay, for financials, SCM, CRM, and projects and different areas. In that case, if you are looking for some ERP package, it may be very difficult to find out. If you look at Oracle EBS, you can find finance is good. And if you look at some, say, PeopleSoft, the PeopleSoft is good for HCM. This is, and when you talk about EBS, we have a different solutions, but you may not see all are really good when you compare with other ERP products in the market for specific area. Okay, so just hope you can hear me. Fine. So just I'll take you through the simple example here. So these are the few ERP products which you can see in the market, which are very popular in the market. So JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, Oracle EBS. There are many other ERP products in the market. So when you look at these ERP products, these are very much specialized in the particular areas, not overall solution which is required for any enterprise. Okay. So if you look at JD Edwards is offering the listed solutions: order management, financial management, project management, asset lifecycle management, manufacturing. PeopleSoft, so SCM, supply chain management, HCM, human capital management, financials, as well as supply relationship management. And the same way Siebel and Oracle EBS, e-business suite. So these are the different ERP products which are offering different solutions. But if any client is looking for the ERP for their organization, so which ERP they have to choose? They can find the solutions from the same what they are looking for, the similar offerings, or say similar areas of the functional solutions they can find from different ERP products. But which ERP product they have to choose, that would become big question for any client. So if you take that simple example here, I mentioned to discuss on the same point. If below, if you see that supply chain management, HCM, CRM, financial management, and reporting solution. If these are the solutions required by one specific client, which ERP they have to choose? Which ERP they have to choose? So to if they here, let's look at other slide. There I just mentioned the few points. If you look at these ERP products, JD Edwards, it's a very in the JD Edwards, the order management is really good, and in the same way, PeopleSoft HCM, human capital management, the solution is so very famous. And Siebel, It's very famous for CRM solutions, customer relationship management. And when I talk about Oracle E-Business Suite, so financials is very famous from Oracle itself. So if this is the case, if some customer is looking for HCM, CRM, and Oracle E-Business and financial management, okay, financial management. So now which ERP they have to choose? Okay, Oracle also offering CRM and HRMS solution, but they are not the CRM solution and HRMS solutions are not really good in Oracle E-Business Suite when we compare with the PeopleSoft and Siebel solutions what the vendors are offering. So now if they want to go with this requirement, okay, if they want to go with these areas of requirement, definitely they have to take the license for these different ERP products to have a best solution in place. Okay, but it would be very challenging for any company to have a different ERP for a different area. Again, they have to do the integration for each and every ERP products for relevant technical expertise. They should have. We have to build the integrations between all those applications so that then only the data flow will sync. So that would become great challenge, and they have to invest a lot for the licensing and for further maintenance. So for that reason, what Oracle did is Oracle acquired many ERP products in the market. Not only ERP products, many technologies they acquired. Other than ERP, they acquired many technologies and many other enterprise applications also they acquired. So Oracle acquired JD Edwards, that now we are calling as Oracle JD Edwards. PeopleSoft is acquired by Oracle in the same way. Siebel, Hyperion, Primavera. So these are the different ERP as well as enterprise applications they acquired. Apart from these, they acquired many other products and technologies which are doing really good in the market. After acquiring what Oracle it is, they taken the best solution from specific product. See here, this slide talks about that. So what they did is from JD Edwards, they taken the solution called as order management. From PeopleSoft, human capital management. From Siebel CRM, they taken from Siebel they taken the CRM solution. From Oracle E-Business Suite, they taken financial management, and from Hyperion, they taken the reporting capabilities and HCM human capital management. From Primavera, they taken project portfolio management. That means from different ERP products and other enterprise applications, they taken the best solutions. By taking these different solutions from the different ERP and other products, they built application called as Fusion applications. Now, when you look at EBS, in EBS, all the applications you can see which are developed and developed by Oracle only. But when you look at Fusion applications, so you can see financials from EBS within the Fusion. From JD Edwards, you can see order management and other procurement related functional areas. And from PeopleSoft, the PeopleSoft solution as it is they taken into Fusion application. From PeopleSoft, what they taken SCM, HCM, human capital management, which we call as HRMS. And from Siebel, they taken the CRM solution to Fusion application. From Hyperion, they taken the reporting capabilities into Fusion application. And EBS, they taken financials into Fusion application. From Primavera, they taken project portfolio management, PPM solution. So that's how by taking the different very popular solutions, okay, which are available from the different ERP products, they built application called as Fusion applications. Now when we work on the Fusion applications, you don't see that relevant naming conventions within the application. Everything you can see has a Fusion application, but for all those Fusion applications, the legacy would be different ERP products. Okay, to synchronize and to work all these applications together in single environment, they brought concept called as middleware. Anyway, we'll talk about what is a middleware, how it works, the functional point of view, what are the points we have to understand. So whatever the knowledge we require being a functional consultant related to that also, we'll talk on that. Okay, this is the meaning of Fusion applications. It's not a single legacy of ERP. From the different ERP products, they take in the different solution and they built application called as Fusion applications. Okay, so this is the meaning of Fusion applications. Any questions here, please? Any questions from anyone, please?
Yeah, hi Lakshman, this is Bharat here. I have one question here.
Please.
So is that Fusion Fusion Financials or Cloud Financials is one and the same, or what would be the difference? As per my knowledge, might be I am wrong. Cloud Financial means infrastructure will be maintained by Oracle. So the Fusion applications, nothing but Fusion Financials means, is it similar to Outwell Financials or small upgradation changes, or how it could be? I wanted to know.
See, so the EBS financials they taken into Fusion applications. Okay, so since we are using that EBS financials as a part of Fusion solution, we are calling as Fusion financials. The same Fusion financials, if you are going to deploy in your own server, how we deploy our EBS. In EBS, what we do, client will buy the server infrastructure, they'll install the application, they'll be running that application, right? If the same practice
Yeah.
is going to be followed for Fusion applications also, that is simply you can call as Fusion financials only. Instead of maintaining your own server, if you take cloud services from Oracle, what is a cloud and how that works, we are going to discuss anyway. If you are going to deploy that applications in the cloud environment, which will be offered by Oracle, in that case, just you have to add the additional term called as cloud. Then you have to say Fusion Cloud Financials.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a simple point. The application remains same where you are deploying. You are deploying the Fusion applications in your own server. Call it as is Fusion Financials only. If you are going to deploy these applications in some cloud service provider environment in those servers, then you have to call it as, you have to include the term called as cloud. Okay, it's all about deployment. Based on the deployment, you can decide whether you have to call it as a cloud financials or just financials.
Okay. So the EBS Outwell Financials as well as Fusion Financials is one and the same?
Same with some changes. The same solution they taken. So when you look at the EBS financials, it's everything will be just running through forms here, completely ADF pages, and they did some enhancements and they added some new functionalities and they brought many new capabilities as a part of Fusion Financials. Okay, they enhanced, you can say. The EBS solution
Yeah.
only they enhanced and they just released as a Fusion Financials.
Along with existing functionality, they have enhanced few more.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Lakshman.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarification.
Yeah, thanks. No issues. Any other questions here, please?
Yeah, Lakshman, I had a similar question, but it's going to be on the other side.
Yeah.
So when you say both are same, so after this training, so will I be able to work on a project on cloud financials and Fusion financials?
Yeah.
Or no?
See, both are same. Only the point is Fusion Financials, Cloud Financials, both are same. Only the difference we have to understand in which server the application is residing. In your own server or your vendor server in cloud Oracle servers. If you are going to access your application from Oracle servers, then you call as a cloud financials. If you are going to access the same application from your own server, then you call as financials. Functionality point of view, there won't be any difference. Only there will be some restrictions if you want to do some customizations or if you want to do some additional activities on that instance. Those points we are going to discuss in the today's session itself. You'll be able to work on both. The reason both are same. Just will be calling based on the deployment.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. So any other questions?
Hey, Lakshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Chandra. You said that, when they formed the Fusion applications, they took different applications from different, things. So from Oracle, they took financials, and what else they took?
So primarily from eBusiness Suite, they taken financials only. Okay. The rest,
Okay.
when you talk about PPM, primarily they taken project costing and billing also.
Okay.
And, from HRMS, no, they didn't take from EBS. They completely taken from PeopleSoft, HCM.
Okay. What about
Management.
the SCM modules, supply chain management modules?
SCM they taken from the different products. They taken from JD Edwards. They taken from PeopleSoft, and you don't see it.
Okay.
They taken from the EBS directly.
Okay.
Few concepts they taken the logic of item master inventory. Again, that functionalities, they completely moved into different application called as product management.
Okay.
Okay, but if you see in the Fusion applications, what are the different applications they taken as it is from EBS, you could see only financials. The rest, they just brought some different features from different applications. They just renamed it and they enhanced and they did some changes. That's how they released it to Fusion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we have.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Any other questions here, please?
Hi, Lakshman. This is Pradeep. Quick question. So in terms of the lift and shift, procurement has been taken out, right? Is it separately called like a procurement suite, or is it still part of the financials?
No. See, procurement is never part of finance. You take EBS, so any version 11 release 12 also. Procurement is separate offering they are giving. As a part of procurement, you will be getting the bunch of applications which we call as advanced procurement in EBS case. Those they are giving as a separate package. Okay, so in procurement you will see the basic purchasing you see, and the supplier portal and procurement contract. Okay, and you will just find supplier qualifications. These are the different applications you'll be getting as a separate package. It's not
Right. I
part
think
of, you cannot say those are part of SCM. SCM, when you say SCM, very primarily inventory purchasing, order management process. If required, it may get connected with the manufacturing also. But procurement, they're given as a separate offering in the Fusion applications.
yeah, that's what I noticed. I think we'll get to know more. Thank you.
Once we just get into the application, I'll just take you through that at least for our information. But we'll be working on P2P cycle also. That will give you a better understanding on this. We'll see that. So any other questions?
So another quick question: is there a chat button or something so that we don't have to unmute and disturb?
No, just we disable the chat. The reason is if you have any question, just quickly you can ask and I can respond and we can finish it up. Otherwise, you'll be typing and I have to see that message. Other side, I'll be just going through my just discussions, and that
Okay.
just we disabled it.
No worries. So basically, we'll have to wait for your signal to ask for questions, right? Until then, we keep our questions to ourselves.
You can stop me because even we are expecting everybody will be getting the exact point, and if somebody has some question, definitely you can stop me and you can raise the point. I'm not
No worries.
going to follow the practice of just I'll stop after some time, I'll be asking the question. See here, I was running through slides and there is no much information here. Everything is mostly clear. That is the reason I was not stopping here. So any point of time you can stop me and you can raise your question.
Okay, thank you.
We'll do that. Thanks. So any other questions here, please? If no question, we can move forward. Any questions from anyone? No. Fine, good. Okay, just we'll move on to next slide. So that's all about Fusion applications. Okay, that's the meaning of Fusion application. The next point is cloud computing. So what is the meaning of cloud computing? When you talk about cloud computing, these are the terms we come across. Okay, servers, database, and the systems. These all the terms will be part of the cloud computing. What is the meaning of cloud computing? Anyone, please? Any very simple definition?
Software as a service.
Okay. Software as a service. Okay.
Virtual database.
Virtual database.
Cloud computing, you can say, like making changes to existing physical things, making them that much lighter that you can compare with this clouds. Like clouds are the lighter things.
Okay. Yes.
And everything
Database,
through web.
You can access from web. Yes. So everything, whatever the points just we are discussing now, everything are part of the cloud computing. Everything part of cloud computing. To simplify to understanding in the better way. The cloud computing means it's very simple. So we won't be having any physical servers to deploy our applications and to access the applications. The complete software will be maintaining in the virtual servers. Okay, so you'll have applications as a part of virtual servers. When you talk about physical servers should be located in specific location, right? Physical servers should be located somewhere. But when I talk about virtual servers, fine. So when you talk about physical servers, okay, that should be located somewhere. So when we have a servers physically located, what happens is, if you are going to access from the different say countries, say the servers are located in India and you are going to access the same servers from the different countries. So in that case, everything should happen through network, and there should be some server response time, and whatever you do just will be submitting, it has to pass through server, and again system has to respond. There will be too much of traffic, and it's a I mean, in terms of virtual environment also, it would be kind of work where the server has to receive, and there will be some uh, different location from the users will be accessing from different locations. So in that case, the user experience will be not that much good. So when you talk about cloud computing here, what we do is, okay, we are not going to maintain any physical servers. We'll be having virtual servers. When you talk about physical servers will be based out in specific location. But when you talk about virtual servers will be residing internet as a source. Wherever you have internet, there your virtual server will be available. That's how that cloud computing will work. So whenever you want to connect to your servers, so through internet immediately will be able to connect, and that servers will be maintained more secure manner by cloud computing company. If you take example of Oracle, now Oracle is one of the big cloud computing cloud vendor who are offering these cloud services. So basically what the cloud computing company will do is, they'll maintain the very physical big missions, which missions can generate the virtual servers. Okay, with the technique, they'll be creating the virtual servers, they'll be locating that virtual servers internet as a source, and they'll be deploying what are the products we require as per our business, whatever applications we are taking the license or kind of subscription, all the information, all this applications and complete access they'll be providing. You can access from anywhere anytime, and they'll take care of the security, and they'll take care of the server maintenance, and they'll take care of all that technical work which will be done by our technical team when we have a physical servers. When you have a physical servers, so we'll have a technical team who will take care of the server. All that part will be taken care by cloud vendor only if you go with a cloud computing. That means instead of going with the physical servers, we are going with virtual servers which can be managed by cloud computing company, and those will be residing as internet as a source. So since internet is going to be source, so it's a big advantage wherever you have internet, just simply you can connect, and the user experience also will be rich. Apart from that, so company no need to invest too much of money for capex, say like server infrastructure. They no need to buy the server, they no need to deploy the technical team. That's how they can reduce the cost. When you go with the cloud computing, here what we could do is, you don't need to take the license for any product, since the cloud vendor will be offering that applications in the virtual environment. Just you have to take the subscription. That is the meaning of cloud computing. Here now just Oracle we are calling as a cloud, Oracle cloud. What is the meaning of here? Just let's see this simple definition, the same what we are discussing, the same just I given the 2-3 lights. So the practice of using the network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store or manage or process the data rather than a local server or personal computer will serve. It's all about technique of maintaining the servers within the internet. Okay, within internet you are not going to maintain any server in some physical locations, so which will be bit difficult to access from any location anytime, where the kind of what we can say that the user system response and performance related many issues they'll come across. So this is the meaning of just cloud computing. Now we are calling as Oracle also one of the cloud computing company. Okay, the same one slide I mentioned here. So Oracle Cloud, the same cloud services, now Oracle is offering. Oracle also acquired some other company which is into cloud services. That is the reason now Oracle we are calling as this Oracle also we are calling as cloud company. Okay, now you can say that is the meaning of Oracle Cloud. So Oracle also offering cloud services. That means they are providing the virtual servers for their clients. So when they are going with virtual servers, so they no need to take the license for the products from Oracle. So for which products they want access, Oracle will provide that access. For that they'll be charging. Here somebody mentioned one point, cloud computing means, okay, software as a service. That is just one option. When you say cloud computing, within that we basically will have three options. We'll see those points. Okay, but this is a simple information which we have to understand when you talk about cloud computing. It's all about maintaining the servers virtually and accessing those through internet. And other point is in the what I can say, the servers, the virtual servers will be residing as a part of internet as a source. These are the few points to have a better understanding about cloud computing. Any questions here, please? We'll discuss more on this, more detail level, okay, in the further slides. But just what are those few points we discussed on that? Any questions, please?
So for each and every deployment, suppose we want to deployment something, so we have to send those details to the Oracle. So and then they will do that.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Could you please repeat your?
Yeah. For any deployment means something we want to add here, means for ADF form, suppose we want to add.
No. 1 second.
So,
1 second. Here, deployment means I'm not talking about it's a deployment. Here we are talking about deployment means the entire subscription. That you can do it. If you do something. That deployment is related to some objects you are talking, right? That will be done by consultants. For that you don't need to contact Oracle. We have a separate option. If you go with that, Oracle will give you the choice of customizing something and deploying on your own. I'm talking about the complete subscription, complete product deployment. Okay. So if you are going to use financials, SCM and HCM, so whether those applications you have to deploy in the cloud environment or on-premise, that we have to take the decision. So apart from that, once you start working on the application, so if you come up with some new object development, how to deploy and where you can deploy, where you cannot deploy, that we are going to discuss now. Okay. Fine. Any other questions here, please? Okay. Yeah, please.
So suppose like if I have to maintain creation of this transactions, AR transactions in legacy system and want to maintain in cloud, so will it be possible for me?
Yeah. You want to maintain here and there means you want to have a integration between these two applications where you want to whatever you have in the legacy that automatically you want to move here, or what exactly your requirement?
Yeah. Like I'm maintaining the transactions in my legacy system and I wanted to synchronize those transactions after interfacing into this cloud system and synchronization.
Yeah. So any data that can be master data, transactional data, or setup data, any data, you can just sync with Fusion applications by building the interface by using the web services. We have a SOA, service-oriented architecture in the Fusion application. Through that, we have many options to build the integrations. Those can be inbound or outbound. You can do it. The other option we have as a spreadsheet functionality also, where you can keep the data, any data in the spreadsheet that directly can be loaded into the system without any technical effort. Possible. That is possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So any other questions here, please? If no questions, just we'll move on this same point to discuss more detail level. Fine. So that is just meaning of cloud computing. It's all about accessing virtual servers where the servers will be part of internet. Okay, done. So basically any cloud computing company will offer these three options to their customers. First one is SaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service. The second option is PaaS, platform as a service. The third option is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay, so if you are going to use Oracle Fusion applications, when you are going to take say some subscription, okay, here we don't call as a license. We don't take license in case of cloud. License is not required. If you are going to install that applications in your own server, you have to take the license, same as EBS. But if you are going with a cloud option, you no need to take license. These are the three options are available from Oracle: SaaS, PaaS, or IaaS. In three cases, you will get the same product, but to play with that product, the privileges you can get different based on what you are choosing. Okay. So SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. Just I'll take you through very high level information here, and I have a further slide which talks more detail level about these three options. First, we'll talk about SaaS model. So you are going to implement financials and other areas of applications. Now you are choosing SaaS, means software as a service from Oracle. So in that case, just you have to take the subscription. Say you are taking the subscription for SaaS model. In that case, you will get the applications. Say you subscribe for financials, SCM, and HCM. Okay, these three areas you subscribe. Now what you can do is you can implement as per our requirement within the standard functionality whatever available. What are the standard functionality available? By using that standard functionality, you can do the implementation and you can start using, and the complete product, okay, administration will be maintained. Administration related work or any maintenance activities, will everything will be taken care by Oracle. That means you no need to have your own DBA. Okay, the Oracle DBS will be working for your instance. Basically the instances in Fusion we call as a pod, pod. Okay, we call as pods. What are the pod allocated for your client? The pod maintenance and all activities will be done by Oracle only. Just your client is going to take the subscription from Oracle, and you'll be working on that instance to do the implementation, okay, for the features whatever available as a part of standard product. What features are available, by using those features will be doing the implementation, then they'll be using. And if any patch applications required, you have to raise SR to Oracle team will do the patching, and any maintenance activities whatever our project DBA will do, okay, all the activities will be done by Oracle in case of cloud. Only the disadvantage here is you cannot do any customizations. If you go with the SaaS, software as a service, if you go with this option, you cannot do the customizations. When you talk about customizations, it's all about functionality related customizations. You cannot develop new object. Here object means which talks about some functionality. But in SaaS model also you can do the customization for reports. Reports are not going to change any business process. Reports always to fetch the data which is already available. How you want to generate the report, what information you want to see, with which calculation you want to see the data. So those you can build in SaaS environment also. The very big advantage with the SaaS option is, if Oracle is going to come up with a new release, you no need to go with a upgrade project separately. In case of EBS, say you are running your application on say 12.1.3. Now you want to go with the latest version. Now you have to go with the upgrade project where you have to apply the patch, you have to test. Again, you have to get the team to do the testing, and again to take care of these customizations and all. It's a big task. Maybe it may take, if client is very small size client, it may take 4 to 5 months or 6 months time also to complete that upgrade activity. After upgradation you will be experiencing many bugs. But in case of cloud, if any client is going with the SaaS option, so whenever Oracle comes up with a new release, that they'll take care of where system will be upgraded automatically. The reason is, in case of SaaS, you are not going to do any customizations. You are not going to do any customizations. That is the reason. So whenever Oracle will come up with a new release, you can inform to Oracle saying that you want to move to latest version. Then on our request, they'll upgrade it. So that is the advantage. Disadvantage is you cannot do the customizations. And another fact is, most of the clients are going with the SaaS only. Okay, most of the clients are using SaaS in the market. You can say 99% clients are using SaaS option only to take the advantage of upgrade, and by expecting if some functionality is not available, they may manage with a workaround, or else it may come up in the next releases. Okay, with that expectation, most of the clients are going with the SaaS option. Any questions on this point, please? Okay.
Yeah, Lakshman, one question is here. Hello.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
One question is here. Like while listening this thing, SaaS related things, I wanted to know whether this moving to Fusion Cloud, is it mandatory or optional for the clients?
Okay, see, that's up to their interest and kind of investment and all. It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Oracle promised they'll be supporting EBS up to 2030. Okay, so that they just they announced it. So whether it is a mandatory or optional, the client can decide by looking at the benefits if they go with a cloud. So what are the benefits if client is going to use EBS if they move to Fusion? What are the great advantage they can get? Okay, going forward we'll be understanding in the classes. So what are the reporting capabilities and how the application user interface and dashboards, whatever Oracle is providing. See, now say client is using 11i. Is it mandatory to move to release 12? So there was no great difference when you compare with 11 and release 12 also. Of course, now it's just outdated, but just as a point, when you talk about it, if client is running their application on 11i, okay, is it mandatory to move to release 12 compared to 11i? In the release 12, there are no very great functionalities. They added some new functional, they did some announcements. You don't see big change, but here you could see big difference compared to EBS and to Fusion. Okay, so you can see in the market now what happening in the market is, if somebody wants to move from EBS, we have many existing EBS. If you don't mind, you can mute from your end. If you have any question, you can unmute and you can raise your point. Okay, so many EBS clients who are using the EBS, if they want to move to Fusion, there is no upgrade option from Oracle. Only the solution is they have to go with re-implementation. Again, they have to do all the setups. In EBS, whatever the solution is finalized, the same solution you can take into Fusion. Wherever some naming convention is changed, that they'll be following, and accordingly they can proceed with the same solution, the Fusion application. But only the thing is, they have to start with the re-implementation where they have to do all the setups. Again, now they have to move the data from EBS to Fusion database, Fusion applications, master data, transactional data. Again, we have to provide the training. Before that, we have to conduct some workshops to address the differences, how it works here, what is the difference between EBS and cloud financials. So this is how just there are few clients already moved from EBS to Fusion applications, and there is no upgrade option as of now. So Oracle may come up with upgrade very soon. Any questions here, please?
Lakshman, I have one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. If a client chooses SaaS as a model, and is there a feasibility to switch from SaaS to PaaS, and how difficult it would be?
Yes, it's a possible. There won't be any difficulty. So we are going to talk about PaaS also. Okay, before that, as an answer, yes, they can switch from SaaS to PaaS. Let's talk about PaaS also now, so that would be more clear for us. See, in the SaaS, those are the points to understand. When you talk about PaaS, how the PaaS is different from the SaaS. Only the point is, in SaaS, you cannot do the customization. PaaS will allow you to do the customizations. Here, what is the meaning of platform? Platform is nothing but then, I mean, they'll be providing some space where you can do some customizations and you can deploy. Altogether, you can create some new applications also that you can deploy in this cloud environment. If you go with a PaaS option, only in the PaaS model only, functionality related or some application related customization you can do and deploy. Okay, if you are using SaaS, anytime you can switch to PaaS because you don't have any complexity. The product, however, Oracle is providing as it is you are using as per your requirement, anytime you can just jump into PaaS option. Okay, so if again it would be difficult to move from PaaS to SaaS. In PaaS case, we'll be having many customizations or few. Simply you cannot move to SaaS. Those all just will fail and you cannot continue with those customizations. Any question here, please?
Lakshman, is PaaS same as the private cloud? Because there's been a lot buzz around private cloud.
No, it's not like here there is no point to compare public cloud or private cloud or hybrid or something else. These are like how Oracle provides. So then these you can use with which other model, maybe public or private. Means where if you say public, it's shared, and private means they'll be having some dedicated the spot service for you. That those are totally different. Okay, these can fall in any one of them. Finally, you are going with the SaaS. You may go with the public or you may go with the private. Okay, so those are different from these. Okay.
Lakshman, in PaaS model, Oracle will support for upgrade release, or the client has to take care of that?
Client has to take care of that. Oracle is not going to help us. Okay, but they'll be on our request, they'll be applying the patches. What practice we follow in EBS, the same client has to look after all those activities. So in case of EBS, just our DBA will apply the patch. Here, since we are not going to have a DBA, since this is a cloud access, so Oracle DBA will apply the patch. The rest of work, all should be done by our team only.
Lakshman, in a PaaS example, like all standard reports, BA reports will be the example. That if you take a PaaS subscription, those like standard reports and EBS, all facilities will come, or you need to like customize on your own if you take PaaS.
Any option, it can be SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, the same product you will be getting. In SaaS and PaaS, same product will be getting. When you talk about reports also, whatever you could see in the EBS, same reports they are giving. Okay, as this will be getting here, but here you will be having those all the reports through BI and OTBI options they given to manage that reporting capabilities. So you'll be getting as is. There won't be any difference. Whatever you see in EBS as is you are getting. There are few additional reports also they came up in the Fusion, and those also will be getting. So the same will be available in any model. It can be SaaS or PaaS or IaaS. All the cases you will be getting all this.
You will have access to customize on your own as per your requirement if you take PaaS, right?
You are talking about reports or something else?
Yeah, anything. Example, I am.
No. Yeah, I got it. I got your point. If anything, see here.
If you take like subscription, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, reports you can customize in SaaS also. That is a point we have to understand. Reports you can customize in SaaS also. Okay. In PaaS, anything you can customize, not only just report. Reports anyway can be customized in the SaaS itself. And when you go to PaaS, along with the reports, you can customize, okay, the application related, any other objects.
Lakshman, one clarification, please. You when you say like you can customize the report, definitely we can customize the report, or we can develop the custom reports in the SaaS.
Both are same, I guess.
No, there is a difference between like customization of report means you are customizing, modifying the
That is
standard report.
enhancement. Okay, that is enhancement, you can
And
say. Customization means some new
yeah,
development. Yes, correct, you are right.
and and development of custom report means you are creating your custom report with your based on your business requirements.
Yeah, all are same. See here, you can just custom report means it's some development only. Okay, that you may just take into some enhancement related request or altogether from scratch, whatever. So report, you can create new report or you can just do the enhancement to existing report. Then let me explain this way.
So you mean to say, like, suppose say if any existing report, say active users report is there, concurrent program is there, so I can make some changes in existing active users, like saying deleting one column or adding few more columns.
Yes.
Will it be possible in Sales?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
And saving with the same name, active users only.
Yeah, you can do that. See, I mean, as a part of new development or any changes, all will be allowed. There won't be any restrictions for reports.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is the primary difference to understand between the SaaS and PaaS. In case of PaaS, it's all customer owned upgrades. Okay, customer has to take care of the upgrades. In case of SaaS, Oracle will do behalf of the customer. In case of PaaS, customer has to involve in that upgrade activity. But the great advantage with the PaaS is customizations are possible. You can do some customizations related to functionality. When you talk about IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay, so in case of SaaS or PaaS also, there should be some infrastructure what Oracle maintains. Okay, so there will be some infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure, the servers they'll be having, and within that they'll be having operating systems, and within the operating system they'll be installing this product. In case of SaaS, you'll have that, and only you'll have access to application to use. And in case of PaaS, you'll get access to one more additional layer which will allow you to do the customizations. And if you go with IaaS, you'll have a access where you can deploy some additional products also into the same environment. Okay, that is an additional advantage you can take. So infrastructure as service means Oracle will provide the space. What are the applications you want to install in that, you can install and you can start running, and between those instant applications you can do the integrations. However you want to manage as per your business process, you can do that. In case of SaaS and PaaS, so along with the what are the application subscription you are taking, Oracle won't allow you to do any installations of other products. So say you have a client who are using, so who wants to go with the Fusion applications. Along with that, say they are running many other third-party applications which need to be integrated with the Fusion applications. So in that case, those applications they can run with on the different servers. Still, you can integrate with the Fusion applications. That is possible. Instead of running all those applications, they want to move those applications also into cloud only. From Oracle, you are taking, say, Fusion Financials solution. So within that same environment, within the same server, they want to install another applications. In that case, they can go with a IaaS option, infrastructure as a service. Okay, by using the infrastructure, they'll be taking infrastructure on rent base. So within that, what are the other applications they want to install, they can install those easily. They can connect with the Fusion applications which are going to run on the same server, same virtual server. So that is additional benefit they can get when they go with IaaS. Definitely they'll be able to, it will work same as a PaaS, but additional option would be additional product installation also applicable. Okay, they can just increase the database size, and there are many flexibilities they'll be getting which are related to infrastructure. Okay, I'll just let me move to next slide. There I just mentioned all the points very much detail level. Not this slide, we have one more slide. Let's look at this point. What is the meaning of cloud computing? How cloud computing companies will offer these options to their customers. The same point whatever we discussed here. SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. When you talk about SaaS, we have applications, middleware, and servers. Okay, servers. So in this case, in SaaS model, just customer can consume, customer can use applications, but still within that there will be servers and middleware, but user will be getting access to applications only. When you talk about PaaS model, so the same access, everything they'll be having, but here if you notice this, the complete control will be owned by the cloud vendor. But here, if you see between these two slides, the difference, you can see that application access customer can have to build. The PaaS, so everything will be there, just applications, middleware, or say operating system and servers, infrastructure and everything will be having for any option, but for which area we can have a control. That makes the difference. Here application will get a platform where you can do the customization. You cannot go with a operating system, choosing operating system and do server related, everything they will be managing. And when you talk about IaaS, the applications, okay, so the applications you will be able to customize and you will get a scope of choosing the operating system as per a requirement. Within that you will be able to install what are the additional applications you want to install and to run on the same server. The server will be given by Oracle only. Servers all just, it's something like hosting, just you are going to take hosting. But in case of Oracle, it's they are providing hosting also. But when you talk about Fusion applications, along with that specific applications which you are going to use, they'll be giving the additional option to install. Okay, and you are going to use the Fusion application, simply you may not go for just hosting services to install. We'll be going with this IaaS if required, along with the applications which we subscribe from Oracle. Here we have one more slide which talks more detail level. Okay, the first one, SaaS, software as a service. You see, okay, what Oracle will be offering as a part of this option. Applications will be there, and security, database, operating system, virtualizations, servers, storage, networking, and data centers. All these will be taken care by Oracle only. Being a client, you can use those applications, that's all. And when you talk about PaaS option here, so in case of PaaS also we have same, everything we have, but you can have access to only application. In terms of access means to do the customizations. The applications can be managed by you. Being a client, you can manage the applications. If you want to do some customizations, you can do that. The rest all will be managed by vendor only. Okay, here everything will be managed by vendor. You cannot manage the application. That means you cannot do the customizations. In case of PaaS, the applications you can manage. You can develop new applications and you can deploy and you can start using as a part of PaaS. You may go with integration with existing applications, whatever you subscribe from Oracle. When you look at IaaS, here you can manage the applications and you can manage those application related security and database also you can manage. The rest all will be managed by vendor. Okay, so normal, okay, the normal cloud cloud cases, operating system also, the choice will be given to the client customers. But in case of Oracle, they are not giving option to go with operating system. That will be decided by Oracle only. Only for these three areas, the client will get a control to manage their application security and database. Okay, this is a simple slide which gives more information on this, how these three are different. Any questions here, please?
So what is meant by virtualization, Lakshman?
So that's a purely technical concept. It's a DBA concept. Okay.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, question here. So you mentioned earlier that 99% of the customers are going with SaaS and all. Out of my experience, I have never seen a client using vanilla Oracle EBS financials. Like most of them, they'll have at least a custom, workflow or enhancements or something like that. Like, so are they saying that basically they're gonna standardize the whole market and industry here? Because no company business process will be alike. Like, they are completely unique and different, right? So how are they settling with SaaS model?
Yes. See, now still you can see there are many clients who are going with EBS. the projects which are in pipeline, they are going with that only. Now you could see this cloud, mostly the companies, small and medium sized companies are using. If you see a very large client, they are normally going with the EBS only, or they may go with the pass option. Okay, so
Yeah, that's one of my next questions too. Like, does that mean that because of the flexibility, not people are moving, or is it because we are in the early stages of Fusion implementations?
no, early stage not. Product is stabilized. Product is stabilized today or tomorrow. In case of SaaS, that is only the option. Those are the only the benefits what client can take as a auto upgrade and other points whatever we discussed.
Right, right. Okay. I think it has to evolve a bit, I guess, because every client will have something or the other, like customized or process and all. So
Yes.
either they have to adopt to standard model, or they'll have to go with IaaS or a PaaS model.
So reality pass would be fine, but since there is some upgrade related issue, that is the reason clients are going. This is a big question for everyone, even the people who are going to work for client. By looking at the benefit clients are choosing, if there are few changes, see, if when we talk about client, when you understand the business process, okay, so when you identify too much of customization need to be done, anyway we are not going to suggest for SaaS. And when you just inform to client saying that you can go with a pass but auto upgrade is not possible, so in that cases, so they may not just show the interest to go with the pass. And where the customizations they have to do in this environment, again they will think on that data security, other aspects. So now you can see in the most of the clients which you see small and medium size only, not large clients. There are few very big clients also. They started using the Fusion applications, but they are going with the pass model.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit quite surprised when people are settling with SaaS, because business teams, like, they don't care how much technical is involved. They want to be happy or be stuck with their own custom business process or the way they have been doing things.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it will evolve in the coming years, I guess.
See, those type of customers won't choose definitely SaaS, no doubt on that. Okay, they will go with a pass. Otherwise, as per their choice, they may go with the EBS.
All right, thanks.
Fine. Any other questions here, please? Questions from anyone, please?
Yeah, Lakshman, Fusion application means it starts with 12.2.6 version, or how it is? So normally EBS means, say currently we are using 12.1.3. If we want to upgrade from 1.3 to next level, means it is the only Fusion option or anything else?
No. 12.1.3, after that many releases came into the market. See, when I talk about a version
Okay,
of Fusion, let me take you through that. One second.
sure.
So we have a 11i version, right? After that, Oracle came up with a release tool. Within the 11i, we have many versions: 11.5.0, 11.5.10, 11.5.10.2. The 11i, the last version is 11.5.10.2. After this version, Oracle stopped the series of 11. Okay, they stopped. They started with the, because they did many changes to the application. They introduced some new application. Okay, for that reason, just the version itself they changed, and they started with the 12.0.0, 12.0.4, and there are many versions. There were keep uh, doing the bug fixing and many some required changes, and they are keep doing and introducing some new functionality. That's how just those are they're running with the different versions. Let's take some version 12.2.4. After that also again 12.2.5, and this is how we have many versions. The same way, that means 11 and R12, just the series they are taking 11 and R12. when you talk about Fusion, the actual series is 11G. The Fusion series. However, here 11 and 12 we have in the same way for Fusion. The actual series is 11G. Okay, we know 11G is a database version. Okay, Oracle database version also, but here Fusion applications version also they given with a 11G. Okay, 11G means it's a one way that Fusion applications version. So within this 11G, they came up with the different versions. They came up with the different versions, say, so 11, the same series. However, in 11 and R12, the same series we follow with the actual subversioning. So they just came up with 11 point, so 0.1.0. This is a different versions. They just keep releasing. Let me just copy this. We'll talk on that. After that, here they changed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Say 7. Here this version they keep changing. Now when you say release 11, this actual version is 11.0.7. Release 7. And if you say release 10, here the 10 will be changed. The standard actual series is 11 only. So if you say we are using release 10 or say release 11 in Fusion, this is the actual version. Okay, 11.0.11. Here this is 11. If you say we are using release 12, here the number will be changed. Okay, when you say release 12, this is the meaning of that. 11.0.12.0. So this is a version which you have to consider when you look at Fusion version. Okay, is it clear?
Only series number will change, version will never change, right? As you told.
Yes. Here also version is not changed, right? In the 12 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.1.1, 12.1.3, 12.1.4, 12.1.6. There are many versions. Okay, the version only we are calling, but here just instead of here also if they are majorly focusing on these changes, there also they can say release only, but here they are just focusing on this release number. So that is the reason we are calling as release 10, release 11, release 12. The actual version is 11.
This
So
okay.
Lakshman, 12 is the latest one, right? Sorry.
12 is the latest. 13 is almost out, but it's not much stabilized. They are working on that.
Right, I heard customers on 12. So
Yeah.
now does that mean that they're still on 11G, or is there no
Always
Fusion
11.
with
Always
the 12?
11. Always
Oh, always 11.
Always
Okay.
11. Releases they are keep changing. The standard series is 11G only.
No, I'm talking about the database, because you initiated with 11G as the 11G. That's how they picked up the 11.
No,
So does that mean that
no,
12
I'm
is
just referring, we have database also from Oracle with a version called as 11G. I'm telling, don't just compare this version with that version. Now here 11G means Fusion Applications version.
okay? But database versions are changing, right? They're not like static.
They are changing, and
Okay.
after 11G
That's all I want to
policy and
clarify. Okay.
they released.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. So any other questions here, please?
So this R12 means nothing but we can call it as EBS only, right, Lakshman?
Which R12? Above one? This one you are talking.
Yeah, above one. Yeah.
So these two are related to EBS. EBS, just for a discussion point of view, I just taken those points. So this is 11i, but actual version is this. In the same way, R12, we have many versions. In the same way 11 and R12 Fusion, the version is 11G. Within that, there are many releases. So any other questions here, please? Fine. So no questions. Okay, this is all about different deployment options which you have, and now we'll just move on to other slide which talks about on-premise and to cloud. The same points almost we discussed. So here, if you see here, on-premise, so client has to go with the capex upfront investment. They have to invest a lot for server infrastructures, customer owned upgrades and patching. Okay, so any upgrade the client has to do. Okay, let's compare and talk on this. So capex upfront investment, in case of on-premise, every client has to buy the server infrastructure. For that they have to invest a lot. If they go with the cloud applications, so they don't need to invest anything for server infrastructure, just they can take on rent base, rent a flexible service, pay as you grow. And here, in case of on-premise, customer has to do their upgrades. If you go with the cloud, that too SaaS model, Oracle will do the upgrade on our request. And here, patching should be done by cloud only, but in case of patching should be done by client only, client DBA team. But in case of cloud, Oracle DBS will do the patching. Here, in case of on-premise, so the client may have to go with the data centers. Hardware cost includes disaster recovery and all the risk they have to bear, and they have to just take they have to go with some data centers. So this and all they have to invest for this kind of on-premise cases. In case of cloud, this data related disasters recovery, all this, everything will be taken care by Oracle only. You don't need to go and approach any data centers to deploy and to maintain your data in their servers. And here other point is costly customizations and created and maintained. Just customizations, creation, maintenance will be difficult. Here within the cloud environment, the process of definition of customization deployment they made more simple. The same way here you can in case of cloud, the same point here, no upgrade but latest functionality via regular releases. So here, if you go with the cloud option, you don't need to go with the upgrades also. Oracle will upgrade your environment to latest version automatically. So that's how you can take the advantage of the new functionalities which are going to come up with the latest versions. Here in case of cloud, Oracle will take care of the security and access. Okay, security they will take care of, and you can access from anywhere, from any time. Okay, whenever you require, from wherever you want to access, you can do that. But here there will be certain restrictions, and it won't be that much flexible when you go with your on-premise. But here the advantage is you can do the customizations, and here depending on which option you are choosing, you will be able to do the customization. If you go with the PaaS or IaaS, yes, you can do any customizations. Here on-premise, just if you have on-premise environment, you will be able to do whatever the customizations you want to do. Here I just mentioned the few terms just to understand the technology related changes. So when you talk about here servers, okay, so in case of EBS, we use Oracle Apache Server. So just I written as a app server. It's nothing but Apache Server we use in case of EBS. In Fusion applications, they are using Oracle WebLogic Server. Okay, WebLogic Server. Here user interface, graphical user interface point of view. In case of EBS, most of the functionality is managed with the forms only, and few functional like supplier creation, customer creation, bank accounts. For these functionalities, we have a JSP, Java Server Pages. But in Fusion, all the complete applications are built with ADF technology. Okay, ADF technology. When I talk about workflows, in EBS, the workflows will be running based on the PL SQL coding, but in the Fusion, the BPEL, Business Process Execution Language. Okay, on that base it would be running. Reports, we have XML publisher reports in EBS, but now in the Fusion, BI publisher reports we have. When you talk about analysis, you have a discovery reports. Discoverer you can use in the EBS case, but for analysis, the Fusion we have a OTBI. These all are inbuilt, they're given. BI publisher, OTBI reports they give it. Apart from that, we have a Hyperion financial reporting also, which will be part of just GL. And other few naming convention related changes and other points. So when you talk about access in the access in EBS, you will be able to access to any functionality with the concept called as responsibilities. But in the Fusion case, everything you can access based on the roles only. And when you talk about approvals, for approvals in EBS, we have a AME, Approval Management Engine, where you can maintain the workflows. And in the Fusion applications, we don't have any AME, we have a BPM, business process management application. There you can manage your workflows with BPL only, business process execution language. And data migrations, in EBS we have to do the conversions, we need technical resource, but in Fusion Oracle given FBDA templates, file-based data import templates. By using this template, functional people can do the data conversion. In Fusion, to perform the data conversion, we don't need technical consultant. So that can be done by functional resource. So in our classes, I'm going to take you through the complete process of data conversions. So we'll be loading the suppliers data, customers data, open invoices from payables, open transaction and receivables, assets data, how to load the complete end-to-end process. We'll see in your project directly you'll be able to do it. And when I talk about setups or configuration of the application, in EBS, we have to do from the specific application. If you want to do AP configuration, you have to go to AP responsibility, you can do it. AR from AR responsibility. But in the Fusion application, if you want to do any configuration as a part of implementation or later, so we have a FSM, functional setup manager. From this place, you'll be able to do any application related configuration. So centralized place where you can do different application related configuration without switching from one area to another area. Okay. And other few more application related changes, the naming conventions I just mentioned here. When I talk about application financials, you can see as a financials. HRMS, the solution you can see HCM, human capital management. In case of EBS HRMS here, you can see as a HCM, human capital management. This solution they taken from PeopleSoft. And EBS project suite you can see here as a PPM, project portfolio management. Within that only you can find all the modules which you see in EBS as a project suite, like costing, billing, management, all resource management. Everything will be part of this PPM in Fusion. In case of EBS, we'll use Oracle database. In Fusion, along with Oracle database, we have Essbase database also. Essbase where you can have a multi-dimensional cubes, which is primarily useful for your reporting and budgeting related data. We'll discuss when we reach that stage to understand. Okay, in case of EBS, we have a system administrator. In Fusion, we have a Oracle Identity Manager and Authorization Policy Manager. Till 11, release 11, we are using this Oracle Identity Manager and Authorization Manager, which would be equal to System Administrator. From 12, from release 12, they changed. They are not allowing us to access Oracle Identity Manager and Authorization Policy Manager. Now we have a Security Console concept, which would be equal to System Administrator related privileges in EBS. Okay, we'll see that anyway in the system. Okay, so here just for look and feel, this is how the application looks like. This is the navigator page. Okay, completely web page environment, ADF pages. This is the home page where you can see all these we call as springboard icons, which will just allow you to quickly to navigate. Otherwise, from the navigator also you can just go to any invoice workbench or payment workbench or anywhere. Okay, so this is supplier creation page. Oracle Identity Manager is not applicable, it's a previous version. Okay, so when I talk about the course content, these are the primarily these modules we are going to cover. Primarily we'll be focusing on these first 5 modules: general ledger, accounts payables, receivables, cash management, fixed assets, and rest of applications will go with the basic configuration, the basic flow. In EBS, EBT, e-business tax, here we are calling as Fusion tax. Okay, we'll do the basic R2R flow and we'll make sure that tax will get calculated in payables or receivables. And Fusion expense, nothing but I expense. In EBS we have I expense, the same here we have as a Fusion expenses. The Fusion expense also will do the basic configuration, will create the expense report, will submit for approvals, will define the approvals also, and will import that expense report information into payables as an invoice. And Fusion purchasing will do the purchasing setups and will be recording the relevant transactions. And along with that, Fusion product management, nothing but inventory. In Fusion we don't have any module called as inventory, so that they brought the functional application called as product management. So we'll be working on that, the basic definitions, item creations and all in the Fusion order management. And anyway, just instead of talking about these points, so P2P and O2C cycles will be covering. Okay, the end-to-end cycle will be covering. In P2P will complete all the required setups and will be creating the requisition, will turn into purchase order, receipt creation, delivery and invoice creation based on matching. And in O2C, we'll complete order management setups, we'll create sales order, we'll do the fulfillment and finally we'll make the payment. We'll get into receivables through auto invoice process. Along with that, we'll be covering AGIS also, Advanced Global Intercompany System. This is a high level course curriculum. Hope everybody received the course content from our team, which is very much detailed. Okay, so any other questions from anyone, please?
Lakshman, what is the role of techno-functional consultant in Oracle Fusion Cloud? The techno-functional is having 70-30% ratio wise.
Yeah.
Technical.
Okay. So anyway, we know what is the role of functional consultant. Let's talk about what is the role of technical consultant. So primarily the technical consultant role would be here preparing these BA reports. And if the client is going to use PaaS model, they'll get an option of doing some application related development. Otherwise, no. So in any like in SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, the technical consultant other responsibility would be involving in the integrations. Okay, third party integrations. So in that case, they should be expertised on the SOA, service oriented architecture, and within that, if they want to work on the workflows, they have to be expertised on the BPEL language. So these are the areas they have to be expertised. So middleware components they have to learn. Middleware, primarily SOA, service oriented architecture, SOA, SOA. If client is going to use SaaS, yeah, one point let me add here. If client is going to use SaaS model, okay, there is no much requirement for the technical resource. So the reports only we require. So anyway, customization is not possible. If there is any need of doing some third-party integration, that can be done by technical people. In EBS case, in every implementation, we need technical resource since we'll have a data conversion. It's a mandatory, definitely should be executed by technical team. So that is the reason every project technical resource are mandatory in EBS, but Fusion, that data conversions can be done by functional people. That's how the process they simplified. So because of that reason, there is no much dependency of a technical resource to be part of this cloud SaaS based projects. So if you are running say 4 projects or 2-3 projects, you may need one technical resource. Okay, that's how the scope got just drastically changed. Yeah, please go ahead. I think you were asking something.
So we will be covering SOA in detail as a Fusion middleware component in this training.
This is not technical training, right? This is a functional training. So we don't touch SOA. SOA it's purely technical.
Oh, okay.
Technically, are we going to use PL SQL or only are we going to go through only SOA, BPEL in cloud?
So here BPEL will be using and more in middleware in the SOA and all. There won't be much technical. It's all about mapping, drag and drop. That kind of approach will work.
But if there is some customization in the form, how are you going to do?
ADF
in cloud.
ADF. You should know Java ADF. And all those.
So there is nothing much in PL SQL.
Yeah, not much. You'll be writing, but not much. Just wherever requires some basics, you'll be writing. So any other?
But this will be useful. But this will be useful only for new implementations, right? This cloud, because already existing one. Do they prefer to go with this cloud because they already have everything set up, infrastructure and other already existing platform they already have, right? So how feasible it is to go with cloud instantly, or is it for a new implementation? All these things
new implementations. So now all upcoming the projects, whatever the companies has on pipeline, those almost are going to happen in the Fusion only. Few clients still moving to EBS only. Yeah, and existing clients also they can go with this cloud, and otherwise at least for reporting purpose we have FHRCS. Okay, financial accounting, Fusion Accounting Hub reporting cloud services Oracle is offering, who are running their applications on EBS, at least they can take the advantage of this cloud for the reporting purpose. Hyperion financial reporting they can use in the cloud. That is also available in the market from Oracle.
So are we going to have access to the servers?
Yeah, we'll provide the server access once we start.
Is it a cloud server or
Cloud
is
server.
it a physical?
Yeah, cloud server we are going to provide. You can access from anywhere. You can just connect from your smartphone. You can log in. No additional Java plugins or other plugins. From any device you can connect without any plugin installation, etc.
How long would the class last?
That will just provide for 3 months. 3 months instance access will provide. We'll be closing these classes within 2 months.
The class is 2 months, okay?
2 months. Yeah, the course duration would be 2 months.
I'm sorry, because I wasn't here at the beginning. So how many days a week?
Monday to Friday.
Wow, Monday to Friday, that's hard.
Monday to Friday, and we'll be running for 1.5 hours. Or if everybody is okay, we can run for 2 hours every day session.
Can you please send me the curriculum so I can see? Because I wasn't here at the beginning.
We'll do that. We'll be sharing once again that course curriculum with everyone after this session.
So, and also if you can explain, I'm sorry everybody, if you can explain a little bit briefly what as a functional my job's going to be, because I have a background, I do reporting with OBIE. I'm pretty knowledgeable with Hyperion technology.
Okay.
So what's in it for me?
Okay. See, that is the case. See, this training we are running for the guys who has experience or knowledge on EBS. If you are new to this EBS, then it may not work in your case. So generally, who has knowledge or experience on EBS, they can just attend these classes. That's what we recommend. In your case, even if you are directly going to learn Fusion, the market, they are looking for the people who are expertised on EBS as well as Fusion. Just if you are okay with the Fusion, the scope of getting opportunities will be a bit less, because most of the companies are doing this, both projects, EBS, more EBS and less, a few companies more Fusion and less EBS projects.
So you would not recommend this for me?
I don't recommend. If you have interest to go with the Fusion, better you can go through this EBS learning, then that will help you a lot. Once you are okay with EBS understanding and working in Fusion, it would be pretty easy. There won't be any much challenging. The same as it is they brought into Fusion. Just one time you have to go through, then you will be able to understand.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Lakshman, I have a question.
What about people you mentioned?
Sorry?
Yeah.
What about
hi.
people
Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Manish, yeah, please.
Manish. Just wanted to know, can we go ahead as a parallel? Means we are doing the R12 EBS and we are doing the Fusion also. So parallelly we can do this?
Parallelly means you have to just, first you have to start with EBS, then you will get some understanding. In the classes, what I'll be doing is everything I'll be comparing with EBS only.
Okay.
So whatever I explain, just once we start to get into the application or any further discussions also we'll be discussing. In EBS, this is a naming convention we have, or else this is how we do in EBS. Now let's see how the same we can execute in the Fusion. That's how the discussion classes will be running.
Actually, as a technical person, I'm a technical person, and the last 10 years I'm working in EBS. So functional things, some things I know, but not as a functional consultant, I can say.
Okay.
So that's why actually we want to compare these things.
Then you will be able to understand, but you'll find some gap. Okay. So Manish is speaking, right? Manish will have a call after this. So anyway, you have some technical EBS technical background. So somewhat that would be fine, but still you have to just go through some other information. We'll talk to you on that. Okay, we'll have it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, this is Raj.
Yeah.
I think I missed the timing of this course. What time you said Monday to Friday,
Yep.
but planned for 1.5 hours. But what is the time you want planned to start?
Yeah, see, this is today's it's a demo as well as first session, and we'll continue from today itself. Again, we'll have a session tomorrow, and we'll get weekend, and we'll have a break for Saturday, Sunday. Then we'll resume our classes from Monday. Take this as a first.
Yeah, but what is the time? Are you planning to start at 8 o'clock every day?
8 to 9:30, and after 3 weeks. 3 weeks will be preponing to 6 o'clock.
6 is tough. Okay. I mean, why is that?
Is it 6 a.m.?
Yeah, 6 a.m. Yes.
Why is that? 8 a.m. seems to be.
That's true. That there is some reason. Okay, so because these timings, see, most of the people who are attending from India, for them it would be a bit difficult. So starting 8, 9:30, they'll have office by 9 or 10, right? So it would be a bit challenge for them. So that is the reason. We'll initially run for 2 to 3 weeks max. 3 weeks will be running by following the same timings, 8 to 9:30. Later we'll just prepone to 8 o'clock. Sorry, 6 o'clock. 6, I'm really sorry. 6 a.m. IST.
So Lakshman, can someone send us the schedule, like, what exactly it's going to be like, for the 3 weeks, it's going to be like 8 a.m. IST. So from 4th week onwards, it's going to be 6 a.m., right?
Yes, correct. 6 a.m. IST, yeah.
So 6 to 7:30 a.m. IST.
Yeah.
1.5 hours.
That's true.
Yeah, Lakshman, one question here. As part of this training, so will you going to cover both Fusion Financial as well as Cloud Financials? Why I am asking this question is, see, Fusion Financial means functionality wise, EBS Financials also it could be same, only few enhancements. So for this last 1.5 hour session, you covered most of the things which is related to cloud. So Fusion Financial means where exactly these servers will be located? Is it a physical servers or how it is? I just wanted to clarify this question.
Cloud virtual servers, when you say Fusion Financials, so you will have a physical servers. So we don't need to go with the separate learning. Just we'll go with the cloud. Whatever you see in the cloud, you can see in on-premise also. Okay, on-premise also you can see the same. And there won't be any difference. No difference. In case of on-premise, you can do the customization. That is the additional benefit you can get. That's all.
No, I'm talking about Fusion Financials and Cloud Financial. Both should be different, right?
Both are same. Both are same. Instead of saying both Fusion Cloud Financials, simply you can say Cloud Financials also. Or else, if Oracle is going to offer EBS Financials on cloud base, that also you can call as. But we are not talking about EBS, only Fusion. Fusion also you can call as Cloud Financials.
Broadly we can call it as Fusion Cloud Financials as well, right?
Generally we call as Fusion Cloud Financials. Once we are aware of that, we may call it as Cloud Financials also. Nothing wrong, but actually it is a Fusion Cloud. You have to include the Fusion. Otherwise, when you say Cloud Financials, it can be any cloud financials. It may be some other company or anything. When you say Fusion Cloud Financials, or else Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials, that would be the complete definition of name.
Yeah, that's good. Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials, where infrastructure will be maintaining by Oracle, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Lakshman,
your battery is drained out.
Yeah. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'll be back. I'll get connected. Okay.